If you've ever traveled across Asia, you've probably seen or maybe even ridden a sleeper bus. Rows of bunk beds stacked inside a long coach, dim lights glowing at night, the gentle hum of the road. It sounds cozy, almost like a hotel on wheels. But in China, that image is now a thing of the past. Sleeper buses, once common on China's highways, have been banned from production and new registration since 2012, and the reasons are as chilling as they are tragic. Today, we're diving deep into the real story, the accidents, the design flaws, the government's decision, and the human tragedies that led to the end of sleeper buses in the world's most populous nation. In the early 2010s, sleeper buses in China had gained a reputation for danger. According to official reports, serious accidents happened almost every month, many involving heavy casualties. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in August 2012 in Yan'an, Shaanxi Province. A sleeper bus collided with a truck carrying methanol. The bus burst into flames, killing 36 people trapped inside. The tragedy shook the nation. The images of a charred bus with nothing left but a blackened frame dominated news broadcasts. People began to ask, why are these vehicles so deadly? Experts didn't have to look far for answers. Sleeper buses often had two tiers of beds, raising the vehicle's center of gravity. This made them unstable at high speeds and more likely to tip over during sudden maneuvers or sharp turns. The interior space was optimized for maximum bed capacity, not passenger mobility. Narrow aisles meant that during an emergency, passengers could not move quickly toward an exit. Inside a sleeper bus, the bedding materials, pillows, blankets, mattresses were highly flammable. In a fire, thick smoke and toxic gases could fill the cabin in seconds. In many cases, doors jammed after collisions, and the small, sealed windows were impossible to open without tools. In the Yan'an accident, witnesses reported passengers pounding on the windows as flames spread with no way out. On August 27, 2012, just one day after the Yan'an disaster, China's Ministry of Transport announced an immediate halt to the production and sale of sleeper buses. The new rules stated no new sleeper buses could be manufactured or sold. No new licenses would be issued for operating them. Existing sleeper buses could only operate until they reached their legal service age, after which they must be scrapped. Even major bus manufacturers like Yutong Bus Co. publicly confirmed they had stopped selling sleeper bus models. The ban caused ripples across the long-distance travel industry. For decades, sleeper buses had been the go-to choice for budget-conscious travelers making overnight trips between cities. Bus operators argued that the vehicles were popular and efficient, but public sentiment had turned. Passengers, spooked by constant headlines about fatalities, were already avoiding them. Gradually, operators replaced sleeper buses with high-deck-seated coaches. At the same time, China's high-speed rail network was expanding rapidly, offering faster, safer, and more comfortable alternatives for overnight travel. Interestingly, China isn't the only country where sleeper buses have faced scrutiny. In India, Vietnam, and other parts of Southeast Asia, they're still common, but safety concerns remain. What makes China unique is the complete phase-out, not just tighter regulations, but an outright ban on new sleeper bus production. By 2017, most sleeper buses had vanished from China's roads. Today, if you travel across the country, you'll notice overnight buses are rare, and when they do exist, they're usually seated coaches. Most long-haul travelers opt for high-speed trains or budget flights. Road safety statistics have improved, particularly in the long-distance passenger transport sector. The ban also sent a clear message: in China's transport policy, safety trumps tradition. The sleeper bus story in China is more than just a tale of one type of vehicle disappearing. It's a lesson in how design, regulation, and infrastructure shape public safety. It reminds us that popularity doesn't always mean safety. A single design flaw can turn a minor accident into a mass casualty event. Governments can and sometimes must take decisive action when public safety is at risk. For some, the end of sleeper buses in China was a loss of a unique travel experience, the camaraderie of shared bunks, the romance of overnight road journeys. But for the families of the victims of those tragedies, the bang came too late. Today, when you board a high-speed train speeding safely across China at 300 kilometers per hour, it's worth remembering part of the reason you're there and not lying in a narrow bunk on a swaying bus is because the nation learned a painful lesson the hard way.